A 35-year-old male nurse will appear in court today charged with 4 counts of murder following yesterday's fire at a nursing home at Quakers Hill, northwest of Sydney. Police last night arrested the man who was an employee of the nursing home. 3 of the residents died during the blaze. The 4th died later in hospital. Police say the man who's been charged had worked at the nursing home for a short period of time and lives in the same suburb. 14 of the home's residents are still in intensive care at the Royal North Shore and Concord hospitals. The commander of the New South Wales Homicide Squad, Detective Superintendent Michael Willing, says the man has been charged with 4 counts of murder.
Tragically, last night, a 4th person passed away. Strikeforce Westall, under the leadership of the State Crime Command Homicide Squad, with the assistance of the Property Crime Squad and detectives from local area commands in the Northwest Metropolitan Region, was formed to investigate the circumstances of the fire and to prepare a report for the coroner. Following extensive inquiries by detectives, last night a 35-year-old Quakers Hill man was arrested at Mount Druitt Police Station. The man, a registered nurse, was subsequently charged with 4 counts of murder and refused bail to appear at the Parramatta Bail Court later this morning. Meanwhile, the investigation is ongoing. At this point, we still do not have complete access to the scene up at Quakers Hill. The building is still structurally unsound and it will be some time before we can complete our examinations there. Any questions?
This man, was he an employee or a past employee at the nursing home?
The male is an employee of the nursing home.
What can you tell us about him?
Look, at this point, the matter's before the court, and as you can imagine, I'm quite restricted in what I can say. But all I can say is that last night, detectives were speaking to the man at Mount Druitt Police Station, where they formed the opinion that they had sufficient evidence to place him under arrest. They did so, and at the conclusion of an interview, he was charged with 4 counts of murder.
Well, earlier I spoke with the Deputy Commissioner of New South Wales Police, Catherine Byrne, and I asked her what her reaction had been to the news of the fire.
My reaction was the same as anybody else when we awoke yesterday to the news that there had been a fire in an aged care facility. Throughout that morning, I received more information, and I was actually in Melbourne at the time, but it became pretty clear to me quite quickly that as Acting Commissioner of New South Wales Police, I needed to be back in Sydney and I needed to go to the scene for a whole host of reasons. So I did do that, and I went to the scene, and it was tragic. It was a terrible scene, and as you've now heard, a person has been charged and will face court today. However, I guess within that tragedy there was also a moment where I felt extremely proud of all the officers, both the firefighters and the police and the paramedics. They all did an outstanding job in really difficult circumstances really quickly, and I'm proud, and so should the rest of the community be proud of them.